Hello. Today we will start this lecture from one practical oriented problem, and we have to solve that problem by using NR method. Now, can please anyone reply for in order to find super equation, we have three methods. One is bisection, one is NR, and one is successive approximation method. So we have this problem. We have to solve this problem by using NR method. So how many formulas are required to solve any type of problem by using NR method? Can please anyone reply? Hello. How many formulas are required to solve the problem by using Newton-Raphson method? Hello. Fast. So we require two formulas. One is what? Iteration. Okay, iteration. That formula is what? X2 is equal to x1 minus y1 upon y-1. And that next one is what? Conversion condition. Y1 into y double dash 1 divided by y dash 1 bracket square. This value is less than 1. Okay, if you know this, you can easily solve this problem. Dash method, given perform n number of iterations, take initial guesses x1, x2, or x1 is equal to that particular value of guess. But in some cases, you can have practical oriented problem. In those problems, you have to and then you have to check its conversion. You have to check its conversion condition, and then you can go for number of iteration. Okay. So now today we will solve one problem, and then we will discuss about errors in this chapter. Now, write down this problem. This problem is very simple. In this problem, you must know the relationship between distance, time, and velocity. Okay, distance, time, and velocity. So, can anyone tell me what is the formula of distance in terms of time and velocity? Hello. What is the formula of distance in terms of time and velocity? Distance is equal to, or we can say S is equal to, any idea? We have studied this in 12th standard. Distance is equal to, in terms of velocity and time. Hello. Reply fast. If you don't know, then you cannot solve this problem. Please fast. Hello. 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 Distance is equal to what?
Speed into time.
What? Velocity into time. So S is equal to t into t. So if you know this, then you can start the problem. Okay, I'm not thinking you can solve this, you can start this problem. Now write down the problem statement clearly. I will write here. A car covers 310 kilometer. Okay, 310 kilometer. Write down this with some speed. With some speed. We don't know its value. Remember, some speed, comma, if speed is increased by 10 kilometer per hour, kmph. If speed is increased by 10 kilometer per hour, comma, it will cover same distance. Okay, it will cover same distance in 1 hour less. Find 1 hour less. Full stop. Find the algebraic equation. Algebraic equation. Now this is important. Find the algebraic equation govern the speed of car. Okay, govern the speed of car. Govern the speed of car, and means you have to formulate that equation first and find speed of car, speed of car, speed of car by NR method, by NR method. Okay, now speak in NR method within 2 to 3 equations you can get this answer. Assume initial gauge, assume initial gauge. Okay, assume initial gauge as 80 kilometer per hour, 80 kmph, 80 kmph. Carry out 3 iterations. Okay, carrying out 3 iterations. So you have provided this problem. Now you have asked 2 questions. You have to find the algebraic equation and you have to find the speed of car. Okay, speed of car. Now, okay. Now, before solving this, now see here. Hello. Now, what is again in this problem? A car covers 310 kilometers. Okay, 310 kilometers. So, what is given data? What is this 310 kilometer? Tell me. Hello. What is 310 kilometer? Hello. Fast.
Distance.
It is distance. You can say this S is equal to 310 kilometer. This is first parameter. Again, you can understand. Next, with some speed, don't know that speed. Let's consider that speed as a v. Okay, speed as a v. Don't know value. Next, if speed is increased by 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, 10 kilometer per hour. Now, see what is R? If here a car covers 310 kilometer with some speed. Okay, with some speed, and if speed is increased by 10 kilometer. Okay, speed is increased by 10 kilometers. Now, what is given here? Let's consider. Okay, let's consider. There are 2 conditions. Okay, there are 2 conditions. First condition, when the car is running with some speed, we don't know. So we can say it is V1. We can say it is V1. So we can write here in 2 conditions. We can write here first condition. We can say S1. S1 is given as a 310 kilometer. Comma. So for first condition, it will cover 310 kilometers with some speed. Let's consider that speed as a V1. Don't have a validity value. Now, next condition, what is the condition? If speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, if speed is increased, what is second condition? Okay, so what is that speed? You can see it is V2. And what is V1? If speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour, that is V1 is equal to, so it is really at V1. If we increase the speed by 10 kilometers per hour, means we can write here V1 plus 10. Okay, V1 plus 10. So it will cover the same distance. It will cover the same distance. Again, for second condition, we must have S2. So it is covering same distance, means S2 is equal to S1 is equal to 310 kilometer. We are getting now. If the speed is increased by 10 kilometer per hour, it will cover the same distance in 1 hour less. If 1 hour less. If for first condition, if it is taking time T1, but for second condition, what is given? It will cover same distance if we increase the speed. So if we put a velocity by v1 plus 10 is given increased by 10, then it will cover same distance in one arm length. It is given t1 minus 1. t1 minus 1. Okay. So all of you understand this given data. Hello. Please reply fast. Hello. All of you understand this given data? There are two conditions. See, if a car covers 310 km with sun speed, we don't know value. What is given? We have given distance. So S1 is equal to 310, V1 and T1. So these are the conditions for say for initial condition. Now what next? If we increase the speed of car by 10, then it will cover same distance. So S2 is T1, S2 is equal to S2 because same distance in one hour. So for second condition, that car it will take time to cover the same distance. If we increase the speed of car by 10, it will cover less than 1. It will take time less than 1. T2 is equal to T1 minus 1. So this is given data. Okay, for this problem, you can get 1 mark for this given data. Now, okay, if you write given data, please again you can say what is given. Next, find the algebraic equation for the speed of car. Okay, find the algebraic equation which governs the speed of car. Which governs the speed of car. Okay, which governs the speed of car. That means what? See here. That means what? You have to find that one equation in terms of v only. In terms of v only. Okay. So which governs the speed of car. So you have to find that arrange that equation in terms of v. Again, you can easily understand why in terms of v. Find the speed. So you have to calculate the value of speed. You have to calculate the speed. So speed means you have to find a variable in terms of v. Means what that equation must formulate an equation in terms of v only. Now, after writing this given data, after writing this given data, now you must know what is the relation between distance, time, and velocity. We know that S is equal to V into T. S is equal to V into T. But now we have to form equation in terms of speed. So rearrange this for speed. V is equal to S upon T. Okay, V is equal to S upon T. Now there are two conditions. There are two conditions. When the vehicle covers 310 km, we have velocity v1, velocity time t1. When again same, it covers same distance, but increasing velocity by 10, it will cover that distance in terms of time. It is equal to t1 minus 1 or less. So for first condition, we can put v1 is equal to S1 upon T1. That is, we know the value of S1, it is 310 divided by T1. This is the first equation. Okay. Now, for second condition, what you can write here? Same. V2 is equal to S2 divided by T2. But what is value of V2? V2 is equal to V1 plus 10. So put here. V1 plus 10 is equal to S2. Value of S2 is 310. Okay. Divided by what is T2? T2 is what? T1 minus 1. Okay. T1 minus 1. Okay. Now it is T1 minus 1. Wait. So now, okay, from this equation, okay, from this equation, we can rewrite this equation in terms of T1. We have T1 is equal to 310 divided by V1. We can, how we can arrange this in terms of T1? So again, we can have T1 minus 1 is equal to 310 divided by V1 plus 10. So T1 is equal to, you can write T1 is equal to 310 divided by V1 plus 10 plus 1. Okay, plus 1. Again, you can rearrange this T1 is equal to 310 plus V1 plus 10 whole divided by V1 plus 10. Okay. V1 plus 10. Write down up to this. Hello? Write down up to this. Write down up to this. Living there? Simple other. So again you can write this. T1 is equal to 320 plus V1 divided by V1 plus 10. Once you write this, then once you finish this, then will be simple. It is simple. See. Now see, if we have asked this question, see here, find the algebraic equation governing time of car. Then we can rearrange this for you can keep as it is. T1 is equal to 310 divided by T1. Now it is asked governing equation in terms of speed. Okay, so the right side should be in terms of speed. If it is asked this will time, then our right side should be in terms of time. Okay, now. So we have these two equations, this one and this one. Now, by observing this equation 1 and equation 2, we can say T1, T1. Okay, now we can again write 310 divided by T1 is equal to 320 plus V1 divided by, divided by V1 plus 10. Okay, V1 plus 10. Okay, now you can just cross multiply it and write down this equation is in terms of is equal to 0. Now do this fast. Okay, do cross multiplication and write down this equation in terms of V1 is equal to 0. Do this fast. Hello? Do this fast. What is that equation? Hello? You there?
Yes, sir.
What is that equation?
V1 square plus 10 V1 minus V1 00 equal
V1
to 0.
square
Plus 10 V1
10 V1
minus 3100 equal to 0.
V1 square plus 10 V1. That is correct. Again, what next? Minus. It should be. It must have some value. Minus
3100 equal to 0.
is equal to V1 square minus what is that? 10 V1.
10 V1
10 V1 minus 3100 is equal to. So now we have one equation in terms of V1. Then again, the one equation is the inverse. So again, we can write this one. So we can write this square plus 10V minus 3100 is equal to 0. You have to form this equation. Okay. Now you can say so it is coordinate equation with power 2, with power 1. So we can solve this by using standard formula. That is what is that formula? Hello? In terms of x plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then x is equal to hello? Minus e plus minus, what is that? Under root of b square minus 2ac divided by 2a. Okay, so see, so in the you can solve that using the Gaussian answer, but what is given? Solve this by using NR method. Is it? Solve this by using NR method. So follow that. So here again we have given V as a 80. Okay, V is equal to 80. Now again you have to shade whether this V is correct or wrong. Okay, so this equation we have, okay, y is equal to v square plus 10v minus 3100. Okay, now you can find out y1, tell me value of y1. Now take first derivative y dash. Okay, so it is 2v plus 10. Then you can calculate y dash 1, then take its second derivative, it is 2. Again, you can calculate y double dash 1. Now calculate all these values and you can cross check by converted condition y1 y double dash 1 divided by y dash 1 bracket square. You can cross check this with this answer. What is that answer? Once you cross check, it will satisfy the conversion condition. So we can have 0.2837. Okay, that is equal to 0.2837, which is less than 1. So that if you have write one more line, so the initial case B is equal to 80 is correct. Hello, are you understand? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so if it is correct, then go for iteration. Now do this. Now you can solve this. Hello? Now you can solve this first. Do this. Now do first iteration, second iteration. What is the iterative formula? X1 is equal to x1 plus y1 upon y. Now we don't have value of x here. Then you can rewrite in terms of v. So v2 is equal to v1 plus y1 upon y dash 1. Do first iteration, second iteration, third iteration. At last, tell me its answer. What is the value of v2? Okay, the value of v2. Final answer. Tell me. Do this fast. Hello? Are you getting this? How to formulate the equation? Okay. How to solve again by another method? We want take its first derivative, second derivative, find out y1, y dash 1, y double dash 1. Then use that formula of conversion condition. If it is less than 100%, you can find it is less than 1. If yes, then go for iteration. Then first iteration, show in detail. Remaining iterations are in tabular form. Now do this fast. Tell me final answer after third iteration. What will be the value of V2? What will be the value of V2? Fast. What will be the value of V2? Okay, so one has replied its value of V is 50.90. Yes, it is correct. 50.90. Okay, that is correct. Hello, Alaga. What is final answer? Solve this. Are you solving? Hello? No one is replying.
Yes, yes, solving, sir.
This fast. Simple. Or tell me its answer after second iteration. Tell me. Hello? After second iteration, what is V2? Fast. After second iteration, what is V2? What is V2? Hello, what happened?
One minute, sir.
Huh? After second iteration, No.
Wait, sir.
Do this. So we have last
51.1.
51.105.
One
Okay,
one.
51.105. So final answer is 60.9. This is your final answer after third iteration. So at last you have to write after third iteration the velocity after three iteration velocity is equal to 50.9. Don't forget to write this unit. Okay, so what is this unit? AMPX. Okay, AMPX. So now it is given kilometer per hour. You see, now see, okay, while solving this type of problem, you must change their units. So time is given in terms of R. Again, we require this R, 1 hour time in speed. So it is given per hour, again it is per hour. Now it is kilometer. So again speed is given in terms of kilometer. So don't convert that kilometer into meter, time into second. Don't waste your time. Okay, if all is correct, then you can start directly. You can solve directly. Okay. Now, any problem, any doubt in this problem? How to formulate the equation? So you must know the relation between distance, time, and velocity. Distance is equal to v into t. Okay, v into t. Arrange this terms of v is equal to s upon t. So v1 is equal to s1 upon t1. Put the value of s1. Again, arrange this in terms of t1 because we must have right side is in terms of t1 because we have to formulate the equation in terms of speed. Listen this line carefully. Now, again, second condition again rearrange in terms of t1. So left side say t1. So you can say right side is again same. So then you can here formulate the governing equation. Even if you can solve it by using standard formula, but don't do. You can cross check with that formula by using another method. So again, B is given 80, cross check whether it is correct or not. Yes, it is correct because it satisfies the conversion condition. And then do first, second, third iteration. Why 3? Because it is given carry out 3 iterations. Okay, now we will move further. Now, this part is important. This is the last part. Okay, again, the next lecture also. Okay, that is half an hour. We will take few problems on the first chapter, and then we will start chapter number 2 is very simple. As already you can find the solution. We can find the solution from problems from chapter number 2 already without solving. Actually, you can have their answer in your calculator. Okay, so at last you can cross to answer. Okay, remember? Now see, write down next last part. Okay, write down question. Explain error propagation. Error propagation or explain the error propagation or you can say define error propagation. Okay, define error propagation and explain it for arithmetic operation. Explain it for arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operations. These are arithmetic operations. There are 4 plus minus, multiplication and division. So now see, if you read this word, error propagation means what? See, error propagation means what? Now see, let's consider inherent error. Okay, inherent error means what? The errors which are already present in problem statement. Without solution, okay, before solution, you can say those errors are say inherent error. Let's consider the calculator is mention of inherent error. Calculator or speed table or log table. Speed table or log table. Okay, speed table, calculator, whatever. Now see, in speed table, if you find the value, if you find say latent heat or maybe the temperature, okay, in terms of degree Kelvin, we can find all those values that is up to 4 decimal places. Okay, It's up to 4 decimal places. Okay, but there are again few numbers beyond the 4, 5, 6, 7, but they are not considering those numbers. Means what? Before solution, we can say yes, sir. If we use this scheme table, then we can find the error. Okay, we can find the error. But still, we are taking values from scheme table. We are taking the values from scheme table and again we are calculating these answers. And those answers. So see here, the scheme table, they are fixed with 4 decimal places. In calculator also, if you fix this calculation up to again 4 decimal or 5 decimal places, 3 decimal places, then again you can have error. Okay, again you can already problem setting what is given solve the problem by the scheme table. Already in scheme table we have error and we are solving this problem by the calculator again by fixing that calcium to 4, 5, 6 decimal places. Again it is one type of error. This what see by using both values from scheme table we are finding the answer by the calculator. So see in calculator we are doing arithmetic operations only. So plus minus and division. Okay, we are doing only these 4 operations. So while performing these 4 operations, how that error will propagate or how that error will travel. See, already scheme table we have error. We are finding answer by the calculator. Means again we are fixing error, same error, so on. Okay, but by same error, by using these arithmetic operations, what is error multiplication? What is error multiplication? See, error propagation means how that error will travel while doing arithmetic in your word you can write. Okay, how that error will travel while performing this arithmetic operation. So for this we can say it is error propagation. Now you have to explain this those error propagation means what how those error will travel while doing addition, how that error will travel while doing subtraction, how that error will travel while doing multiplication and division. Okay, now see, in order to show, this is very important now, in order to show, explain it for arithmetic operations. So we have 4 arithmetic operations, plus, minus, into, and division. Now, in order to show the error propagation in addition, then so what is the basic requirement to add the numbers? So we require how many numbers to add? Basic requirement. How many numbers to add? Let's consider we have only 4. Number 1 is the 4. Now it requires second number. So we can take this addition. Say 4 plus 3, 7. 4 minus 3, 1. 4 into 3, what? 12. 4 divided by 3, 1.6666. 1.3333. Okay. So basic requirement to explain the error propagation is what? We require only 2 numbers. We require, so this is very important. Requirement for we require in order to show this arithmetic operation, how that arithmetic, how that error will travel, how that error will propagate by performing these 4 operations. For this, we require 2 numbers only. All of you understand this? Hello? Hello, you can ask. All of you understand this? What I'm thinking?
Sir.
Hello? 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 I have the software. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basic requirement. Okay. Now basic requirement to show this propagation doing addition, subtraction, multiplication. We require 2 numbers. So how you can define error propagation in your words and write simply how that error will travel during arithmetic operations plus minus into multiplication. This is called as an error propagation. Now see. Now see. Now see. So we must know yes, we require 2 numbers. Let's consider. Don't take actual number. We can take as any alphabet. So now you can write say let's consider x capital X and capital Y be the two numbers. Be the two numbers. Simple. You understand this? This is the basic requirement. Be the two numbers. Now see, what we are showing? We are showing how that error will propagate. Error will propagate. Error means what? True value minus approximate value. Okay, true value minus approximate value. So we know that. Don't write this here. Error, we know that error is equal to true value minus approximate value. Okay. So now we have considered what? Let's consider x and y in two numbers. So error in x. How you can write error in x? X minus x dash. How you can write error in y? Y minus y dash. Okay. So error in x, if we can show by using this r. Okay. ES, sorry, ES, error in S and error in Y, we can show E1. Okay, so EX is equal to X minus X dash, EY is equal to Y minus Y dash. Okay, but that examiner, he doesn't know what is ES, what is EY, what is X dash, what is Y dash. So initially we have written, let's consider X and Y to be two numbers and okay, X dash and Y dash be there, X dash and Y dash be there, approximate value, be there, approximate value. So you can write then everything else, we can say ER, sorry, EX is equal to X minus X dash, X minus X dash, and error in Y, error in Y, you can say Y is equal to Y minus Y dash, Y minus Y dash. Okay, now I will run this bar. Up to this, any doubt? Hello? Reply fast, we are last 10. Up to this, any
No,
doubt?
sir.
Okay, it is simple. We know that we require two numbers. Let's consider x and y being two numbers. Now it is what error. So we must know error means what? True minus approximate. So we have written here x and y being two values. So you must have right here x dash y dash with the approximate. So error ex is equal to x minus x dash, ey is equal to y minus y dash. But what we are performing arithmetic operation. So we require two numbers. So from this equation or from this two equations, separate this two equations in terms of x. So again we can write, we have capital X is equal to capital X is equal to E, we can say x dash plus EX, x dash plus EX, x dash plus EX, capital X is equal to x dash plus EX, or we can write EX plus x dash and capital Y is right. Capital Y is equal to, you can say EY plus Y dash. Is it right? EY plus Y dash. So now we have these two numbers. You can pause these two numbers. Okay. And now you can perform first operation. That is, first you can show addition. Okay. You can write here what? Addition. Now, addition, add these two numbers. So you can write capital X plus capital Y is equal to EX plus X dash plus EY plus Y dash. Is it? But now, what we are doing, we are showing error propagation performing addition. So, this is error, this is error. Now separate these two error at one side, and you can write EX plus EX plus EY is equal to X plus Y minus X dash minus Y dash. Is it correct? If yes, then reply fast. Is it correct? Hello? Fast. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this internet what? Is error in addition? Commanding you can write ex plus y. Ex plus y is equal to. Now, here we have x minus x dash plus y is simple. Y minus y dash. So, what can mean by x minus x dash? X minus x dash means ex plus what is it? Y minus y dash means ey. Okay, so total n. So total n addition is what? Hello. Is what? Error in x plus error in y. Okay. Error in x plus error in y. Okay. So it is error always it is in mod. So you can put here mod sign. So error in addition is equal to error mod of error in x plus error in y. Now again here you can get and subtraction. And subtraction, how you can write this? You can put here x plus y. You can here put minus and put here only plus minus. So in one that is in one short you can say one. Okay, you can show error in addition and subtraction. So ex plus minus y is equal to mod of ex plus minus mod of ey. You can see it is what error in addition and error in subtraction. Write down this. It is very simple. See, it says here we have got ex plus ey. Difficult also ex plus ey. This is what error combined error we are doing addition. It is combined error. Combined error in addition is equal to error in first number plus error in second number. Okay, now write down this. So it is very simple. It is very simple. Now see, if you in problem exam, if you have question, you can this question for 4 marks. Define error propagation. Explain it. When you have this type of question, then don't show this part. You can just define. You can write up to this and it's very simple. It's very simple. And it is for 4 marks, 2 marks for this definition and this, 2 marks for. So it is very simple. So rather than explaining error propagation for addition subtraction, better to go for explaining error for multiplication and division. Anyone of division, specific question. Explain error propagation in addition, subtraction, multi and division. You have tried 4 part. Okay. Now we move further. Now, next one is multiplication. Okay, multiplication is what? Unit multiplication x into xy is equal to x, this number ex plus x length into ey plus y. Do multiplication. Xy is equal to ex ey plus ex y dash plus ey x dash plus x dash and y dash. Again, you can clearly get xy is equal to x dash y dash plus ex y dash plus ey x dash plus ex into ex into ey. Now, what is ex? Error in x. What is ey? Error in y. Again, this we are having this value of ex by subtracting these two numbers means if we multiply this ex ey, so it is what? Okay, so it is very less value. Then you can neglect this. You neglect this. Okay, neglect this, and then you can write x1 is equal to x dash y dash plus ex y dash plus e1 x dash. Now, see, we have to find the term. What we are showing? We are showing error propagation. So, in this equation, there is error. Here we have error. It is free from ex device. We cannot see this is error. Here again, it is again free from ex device. So now this term, it is called ex y dash plus e1 x dash. So this term, we can see it is error. We can see it is error. Now again see, Initially, we have first, let us just remember, or you can stop here, and you can see that this is error, or you can simplify it. Okay, x y is multiplication. So first term is x dash y dash. So now from this bracket, I have to separate this term x dash y dash. X dash y dash. Into bracket, what we like, tell me? X dash need to separate this bracket from x dash y dash. So into the bracket, please. Okay, the concern is along with x, it is what y dash. Along with the y, it is x dash. Always try to set this equation in along with this, you must have x. X dash. It is in numerator or denominator. So here you can write x divided by x dash plus e1 divided by 1 dash. Okay, y dash. Now, this whole term, you can see this error. Then you can write error in multiplication. Error is 1 is equal to, okay, xy is equal to mod x dash y dash, okay, into bracket mod ex x dash plus again mod e1 y dash. It should be your unknown. Or you can keep this as it is, or you can separate this from x dash y dash. Try to always try to write it. See, we have x, try to write the whole error in x in terms of this. That's why this equation is bracket from x dash y dash. We have this answer. Write on this. Write on this. Again, we have 5 minutes. Write on this. Simple. Do this. Are you understand? Hello. Simple.
सर तिथे मॉड का घेतलं?
Huh? Always
Mod
the
का?
error. Always error. It should be positive, not negative. Always लक्षात ठेवा. Again see. कुठे आपण? हां. ठीक आहे. Okay. Sorry. When calculating AR and percentage AR, remember all and percentage is equal to x minus x dash. Here we have again, we have solved the problem. Error in the error in terms of error in A and what is equal to 2 x square y square divided by z is 4. Okay, again, always just remember, always use error, always error is positive and use mod. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. पुढे जायचं आहे तर उद्या घ्यायचं हॅलो हॅलो हा
उद्या घेऊ सर.
ठीक आहे एक बोलायचं थोडं वेट just a minute.